Everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is the Godly Princess and I am born again. So in this episode we are going to talk about money, and the topic we are going to handle today is how we manage finances as a couple. So I've been talking about money, and the first episode I talked about my journey to financial freedom. I have shared with you how I handle my money, my budget, how I budget my money at the end of the month, and I have also shared with you how I save my money. And today I'm going to share with you how we manage finances as a couple, and I hope you're going to learn something and you're going to benefit. All right, so if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so that you join the amazing community of the Godly Princess channel. So before I tell you how we manage ours, I am going to give you 7 ways in which you can manage finances as a couple. Then I'm going to tell you out of the 7 the one that we use. Okay, so the first way is combine all your finances. This is where you have a joint account. You put both of your salaries together, or both of your income together, and then you budget together, you save together, you invest together, and you plan your projects together as a family. So if this works for you, then this is the one way in which you can handle your finances as a couple. The second way is combine finances, but each partner gets fund money. So with a joint account, I'm sure both of you have access to the account. You only agree on the budget, how you are supposed to use the money, but anybody can withdraw money from that account and you use it for your as in now you have one pool of money, but you just agree on, these are our expenses, and this is my fun, and this is my money for entertainment, and this is my money for my own expenses, blah blah blah, something like that. So anybody can withdraw money from that joint account and anybody can use it the way you guys have agreed. The second way, this one now where you combine finances but each partner gets fund money. This is where you agree that you will not withdraw money and use just any money the way you want, like the first way. This one now, all the expenses are done equally from this combined account, but both of you agree that out of the money in the joint account, let me say for example 100,000, each of you are entitled to 100,000 from the money in the joint account every month. The money, money that you can use at will, you can use, you can just use freely. You can take care of your family, you can take care of yourself, you can buy yourself something. So that is also a second way. You combine finances, but each partner gets fund money. Number 3, third way is keep your finances completely separate. Your money does not intermingle. Everybody is handling their money on their own. That is also another way, and it is not bad. Number 4, you split shared bills 50-50. The bills that concern you both as a family, you split all of them 50-50. That is also another way. Way number 5, you split shared bills by a percentage of each person's income. E.g., person who earns more pays bigger bills and the person who earns less pays smaller bills. That can also work for you. For example, if the husband is earning more money, way more money than the wife, then you can decide you'll take care of the housing, the utilities, and I will take care of, maybe if the wife is earning less, the wife says she'll take care of clothing and maybe groceries. Yeah, so you can split shared bills by a percentage of each person's income. Number 6, you split responsibility for certain bills, e.g. each person takes complete responsibility for certain bills. This one is where you're like, we have what are the expenses that we have as a family. You sit down and write. You say we have rent, yes, we have Wi-Fi, yes, we have groceries, we have shopping for the house, we have school fee for the babies, we have all the shared responsibility. You write them down, and then you say, okay, so the husband will take care of the rent, and you will take care of the shopping, and then the wife will take care of the groceries for the house, and you will take care of the children, their clothing, their food, blah blah blah, all that. So one person takes, regardless of the cost, you don't share it 50-50. It doesn't matter the cost. You take up a whole responsibility and you run away with it. The other person also takes a whole responsibility and runs away with it, regardless of the cost. That's number 6. Number 7, you leave off one person's income and save the rest of the other person's income. Okay, so you decide that we are going to open a joint account, but this is what is going to happen. So we are going to have 2 accounts. The first account is where, for example, the husband receives his salary, and then the second account is where the wife receives her salary. So both of you are signatories to both of these accounts, both of your accounts. And so you decide the husband's account is for running our expenses, for the house, for the children, everything. We leave off the husband's income, and then all the income that goes to the wife's account is used for saving for the family. No withdrawals happen in that account. All the money that goes to that account is for investment and for saving for the family. So that is also another way in which you can manage your finances as a couple or as a family. Okay, so this is a time where I tell you the one that we use. Ours, we use number 6. Number 6 is split responsibility for certain bills, e.g. each person takes complete responsibility for certain bills. So for us, we've sat down and we have come up with all the bills that we have, and then we decided that Nick takes care of maybe Nick actually takes care of the house shopping. He does shopping every month, and then me, I take care of the groceries, regardless of the cost, the changes in the market prices, the changes in the economy. It doesn't matter. Every fruit that gets into this house is bought by me. Every fresh food that is bought from the market in this house is bought by me. So I take care of all that is bought from the market, and Nick takes care of what is all the other responsibilities. So that is how we've shared our responsibility. One person takes care of a whole responsibility on their own, and the other person takes care of a whole responsibility on their own, but we manage our finances differently. The only thing that happens is, because I run one responsibility, I in a way I relieve the other person of the cost of running this responsibility. If the other person runs that responsibility, he relieves me of the cost of running that responsibility, so much so that we can live in a house that we want, because if you pay rent, you're not buying groceries, then you only pay rent and you don't care about what you eat, then you guys can pay a house you can even pay a house that is way more than half your salary, but there are other costs that you don't take care of. You understand? Yeah. So that's what we settled for, and that means apart from the shared responsibilities that we have distributed between ourselves, apart from that, all the remaining money you can plan yourselves individually, and that helps to avoid money or financial stress which happen between or among couples, because we are human beings, and human beings are selfish. And you can find that as a wife, you can want too much from your husband, and then your husband is not able to run his affairs the way he wants, or the husband may look so much into the wife's pocket, so much so that the wife feel like she has no responsibility, she has no authority over her finances, and this can bring financial stress. So we have made sure our finances do not intermingle, but each of us has a responsibility that we do without being reminded, and we have made sure there's no overlapping. Every time, for example, if I want to go and buy something and that thing is supposed to be bought by Nick, then you can find me asking Nick for money. It doesn't mean that I don't have, but that is his responsibility, and he will not have a problem with it. And even for him, at times, if he wants to go and buy some fruits, when visitors come, he can come to me and tell me, I need money for fruits. Then I tell him, you go and buy pineapple, go and buy this, go and buy this. The total is, let me give you 1,000 shillings. So he goes and buy, and he brings me back the balance. So when you are in our house, you may never understand why at times I ask him for money, at times he asks me for money, because we make sure our responsibilities do not overlap. Okay. Yeah, then each and everyone is able to take care of their homes, their parents, without the interference with the other person. Why? Because both of us are still our firstborns, and both of us take care of our families, and this is very relevant to people who are young, who marry each other young, especially if you're not like past 30s or 40s, where both of your parents are at the same level, where their wants are the same. You find that when you are young, when you get married at 25 years old and you continue living for some time, you find that at that point both of the homes are at different levels. There's another home where the parent is still living at the town center. You have not built for your parent a home. There's also another home where, yes, you live in your compound, but you don't have like a proper home. And then you find that maybe your parents do not have like a business that they can live their life off. Now you have to take care of everything. So it is safer in that way to carry on a responsibility that which you can carry, and at the same time you can achieve or go on with your personal goals without infringement of the other person. So I hope that is understood. So as I finish, I have a few words that I want to tell you. Number one, do what works for you. Out of all these ways of managing finances, just do what works for you. There's no one single way that is the best. At times, you'll choose one way and it doesn't work. That does not mean that you cast that way on stone. You can try all these ways, try one and fail, try another until you find what works for you. So make sure you play around with all the options until you find what works for you as a couple. Okay, then point number, I don't know whether this is point number 3, that at times or most times as partners you'll not both agree on a perfect way to manage your money, and that is very okay. I have seen so many marriages that break because you guys can't agree on the best way of managing finances as a couple. That should not bring you guys down. I think the best thing to do is just do what you can, and everybody to be committed and responsible for each other and for the family. And you don't have to always agree. You can always disagree and it's okay. It doesn't mean that now you break up. No, it just means that you both are struggling or are moving towards finding a way that works for both of you. Okay, so let not if you're listening to me and you're like, as we can't find a way of working out our finances as a couple, so we need to separate, that should not be a reason for you guys to separate. You just struggle until you find the perfect way that works for both of you. Another thing is, don't do everything on your own and then complain. Don't do what you don't want and then you complain. Only do what you're comfortable with. Don't do anything don't be coerced to do something that you don't want. Don't be coerced to carry a responsibility that you don't want. Speak up. It's not a must that you involve in a financial obligation that you don't want. Don't do things to please someone, then you come and complain like, I did this for you, I did this for you. Don't take a loan for your partner, then you're like, I took a loan for him, No, don't do things that you don't want and then you come and complain. Don't be coerced to do things that you don't want or you're not comfortable to do. Saying that, telling your partner a no as an answer is not a reason for you guys to separate. It's not a reason for your partner to leave you. And if they leave you because you refuse to take a loan for them, then it means they did not love you and they should not even care. So don't be pushed to do a financial obligation or anything about finances that you don't want. Don't be pushed to do it. Don't be pushed to take a loan for someone. Don't be pushed to give your money, or don't be pushed to go manage your finances. All these ways, don't be pushed to go away that you're not comfortable with, because all these ways can intermingle, so you can still have different strategies of managing your finances, so long as at the end of the day the goal for keeping the family affairs running is met. Okay, so I have a message to men who are watching this, that taking care of your wife is a must, whether she's earning or not. Women love being taken care of by their men. So regardless of the strategy that you choose, make sure, at times you just give your wife money for blow dry or making a hair or buying clothes, or at times you just out of your money or out of the money that you guys have. Make sure you just tell her, babe, even if you guys have a joint account, just tell her, I know you've taken your money for entertainment, but I also withdrew this for you specifically. You can go and do something for yourself. It goes a long way. Don't be lied to that your wife is okay with you guys just choosing a strategy that works, but she doesn't see your money. Women love being taken care of by their men, so don't forget that. Okay, for men again, don't be controlled by money so much so that you want to defraud your wife of her money. Once she realizes that, you'll not see even the little you are seeing. Okay, so at times you get married and you think your wife is generous, and you're like, you know what, I want to use her money to build my parents a house, I want to use her money to do this and this for myself, I want to tell her so that we open a joint account so that we can do this and this, but I want to, I want to build our home and blah blah. Don't, men, don't. I've seen this with an aunt of mine. The husband took advantage of her for some time, but when she found out, nowadays I don't think the husband can even see a shilling from her, because she's like, you know what, this is your home, you can take care of everything on your own. She doesn't take any responsibility. So anyway, women can be crafty when they find out that you're misusing them. So, take this as a lesson. Do not try to take advantage of your wife financially, because when she finds it, for people who have generous wives, or who have wives who are working like them, and you guys can shoulder responsibilities and you can work together to ease your responsibility or the weight, make sure you don't take advantage of your wife, because when she finds out, you'll never see any shilling from her. For women, I also have something to tell you. If you're watching this, don't accept to be misused by your partner financially and you die in silence. Don't be pushed to take a loan for someone, then they go and build for them mpango wa kando a house. If you're not comfortable in taking that loan, don't take it. Don't be pushed to share bills 50-50, and then you can complain, I'm taking out care of, I'm paying rent in the house that I'm living in, and I'm a woman, and then that is his house. No, don't take up a responsibility you're not comfortable with, and then you complain or you complain to your mother, or just live in silence. No, that will destroy your relationships. Speak up, and if you're not comfortable with something, say it. For women, again, work for your own money. It's good when you have your money, even if you're just selling fried chips, or fried potatoes, or maybe if you're just selling snacks in an office, or at the gate. Whatever little money you get, even if it is just maybe 200 shillings per day, your own money is very precious, and it will give you some pride and some respect for yourself, and it will just give you some peace. So don't depend fully on the man, because I've not given all these ways. I've not said one that you depend on one partner, and not unless one loses their job. But depending fully on one partner breeds contempt. It breeds financial stress. So just avoid it. Getting married and you don't have something to do, even if you are not schooled, do a business. Even if you don't have money, ask your partner to start up a business for you. Make sure you get your money, even if it is 50 shillings, even 100 shillings. Having your own money, at least you can buy something for the house, earns you a lot of respect and gives you power as a human being, and also brings peace to you, both of you guys, in your home. So don't just sit in the house. If you decide to be a housewife, just do it at your own risk. Just choose to do it, but let no one push you to leave your job so that you can be a housewife, because it will destroy your marriage. Okay, the last one, don't mishandle your husbands because you have money. Okay, women, as in me, I'm always like, I can even earn 1 million, but I will just be there as though I'm earning 50,000. It's okay to have a lot of money. It's okay to earn a lot of money. It's okay even to earn more than your husband. That should not make you disrespect anyone, because monies are just papers. It is a currency of exchange. So just the fact that you earn a lot of money should not make you disrespect anybody. In fact, for me, I feel like me earning or having a lot of money in my hands just gives me peace, that I'm able to move from one place to another. I'm able to afford something if I want. I'm able to help someone if I want. I'm able to be there for someone if I want to. So it just gives me peace but it shouldn't make me disrespect, you know, that now you make your husband cook, that now you cannot cook. Me, no, let it not be like that, that now there's nothing your husband can tell you because you're earning a lot of money, or now, you know, you don't go, you know, you don't go to your husband's home because you don't, you know, those things. As in, don't make money your god. Don't let money master you. You can be a woman, you can still be soft on the inside, you can still be romantic, and yet you have a lot of money and people do not know. Yeah, they just see you comfortable, but you don't speak up and, you know, me, I have a lot of money, I'm earning a lot of money. No, don't let money master you, women. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope this has been a benefit to you. And make sure you leave for me comments on the comment section below. Tell me which strategy works best for you, which one are you using, and which ones have you tried and failed. And you can also tell me if you disagree with my way, and you can ask me questions, little questions, because a lot of things happen in marriage. So you want to find out, how about if your husband has a funeral at their home, what happens? If you have a funeral at your home, what happens? You know, ask me those questions and I will be able to answer you how we handle all the other responsibility with detail. Okay, find me on all social media platforms as the Godly Princess. God bless you. Subscribe. See you again in the next episode. Bye.